So we'll begin some exploratory movements, developmental movements. Let's just start with the right shoulder, then roll it round, see how we are today. Okay, and then the left shoulder, rolling mine backward, make a note of which way you're rolling. Okay, and then roll it forward. And the other one forward. See, is one shoulder more mobile than the other? Roll them both backwards. And it feels, okay, and both forward. Okay. And then with the tip of your nose, imagine there's a board or something in front of you, and just draw a little circle with the tip of your nose. Quite a large circle in my case, okay. And see how accurate your circle is. If it's got a centre, do you move around that centre, or are you off centre? Just a small circle, and focus on the quality of the circle. And then in the other direction. The quality of the circle, centre. Okay, and then from there, let's have a look over the right shoulder and the left shoulder, just gently looking side to side. And then with the eyes, look right and left, right and left. And then as you look to the right, turn the head to the right. And then move the eyes to the left and turn the head to the left. Move the eyes to the right and then turn the head. So the eyes lead the movement. See if that improves or worsens the quality of your movement. Okay, and then if you can, look with the eyes to the right and turn the head to the left. Look with the eyes to the left and turn the head to the right. So the eyes are looking in the opposite direction. And come back to the front. Look at your hand in front of your face. And then reach up and turn the palm to point forward. And bring the hand back down. And reach up gently with this arm and see what sort of freedom of movement you've got in the movement of your arm. Reaching up and coming back down. Reaching up and coming back down. And see where the weight goes into the buttocks, and just see if you can rock over onto your left buttock as you stretch your right arm up in the air. Okay, let that come down, and now try the other hand. Look at your left hand and stretch it up into the air. Purely and simply, the hand, the arm to start with. And look up toward the hand as it goes up, if you like. And then begin to rock over onto the right buttock as you raise the left hand. All the weight goes on to the right side. Let that be, and bring your hands behind you then. Bring the soles of your feet together. And then just move your weight over so you can bring the right side of the right thigh onto the floor and back. And do that several times, just bringing your right thigh onto the floor and back up. See how that is to do. Okay, and then bring your left thigh and see if it's as easy to bring the left thigh to the floor as it was the right. Many times. Feel how the shoulders adjust and look toward the knee as it goes down. Find an arch in your spine. Maybe you organize your breathing in a certain way. And then try the other side, back to the right side. Feel the way the chest and the sternum turn toward the knee, if they do that. And if they don't, what do they do? You organize your breathing in a certain way. Okay, and then let's come to the left side again. And then let's go right and then left, side to side. So come back to sitting cross-legged. Bring your hands and reach your right arm up and then your left arm up. And see if you can go one buttock and then the other. So you're swapping over side to side as you're stretching your arms up. Okay, and then let that be a moment with the arms and see if you can step one buttock up and then the other and walk on your buttocks backwards. And then stepping forward, one buttock and then the other, and walk on them forward and walk backwards. So just coming back and forth, walking on the buttocks. And see if you can do that, stretching your arms up. Does it help you doing the arms at the same time? Okay. From there then let's have a lie down. So come to lying on the back. Lengthen your legs and just see how the body feels this morning, having a lie down, or if it is this morning for you. And then bring your right hand and put it on your forehead, and your left hand and put it on top of that. And gently with your hands, your arms, turn your head just as far as it's comfortable turning. Don't overdo it. See how that is to do. Now let the hands come off the forehead, bend your knees, stretch your arms out at right angles at 90 degrees, and gently let the knees go right and then left, right and left. And see how your body adapts to that motion. And then bring your hands and rest them on your sternum. So the right hand's on the sternum, glued to the sternum in the middle of the chest, the left hand's on top. And very gently slide your hands side to side, just moving the skin over the bone. See how that is. And then as you do that, rock your knees side to side. And did you decide to push your sternum in the same direction that the knees are going, or in an opposite direction? And feel if that changes the quality of the motion. And try pushing the sternum in the opposite direction to the direction the knees are going in. See how that feels. And then try pushing the sternum in the same direction the knees are going. Okay, so maybe you've travelled a little bit along your mat. Just adjust that, let the hands come by the sides, rest and feel how your body's resting on your mat. And then point your toes away and towards you, away and towards you. So you're just pointing the toes, and as you point them, if you dig your heels in a little bit, you'll find it'll create some motion into your body. You can rock your body. And depending on the rhythm and speed you've decided, if you go quite quickly and just relax, you'll find you rock the whole body back and forth. It's a very similar motion if you've ever leant on the front of a showman's steam engine while it's working, you get a similar rocking motion. Perhaps a peculiar insight. Okay, so now bend your knees, have them hip width apart. Put your left hand on your forehead and your right hand on top. See if the elbows will drop down toward the floor, and then very gently move your knees side to side. And just let the hands rest on the forehead and see what's happening without really doing anything. Let them just trace the motion of the head and the neck. And once you're able to decipher what sort of motion your head and neck wants to make naturally, then you can just assist that just a little bit. And perhaps you'll find the head wants to turn in a slightly different direction to that which the knees are going in. Nice easy motion. Feel how the ribs are changing and your body image as to what you feel the spine's doing and the shape your body's making to do this. Maybe you want to slow it down a bit, breathe with it. And I'd recommend perhaps you want to organise your breathing, so you're exhaling as the knees go over and inhaling as they come up. Slow the motion down so it's almost a dense movement, almost in slow motion, and you really begin to feel how the body adjusts and adapts itself. The shoulder blades and the chest. It's a beautiful, beautiful motion. Let's let that be then. Lengthen your legs. See if anything changed in the way you're resting on your mat. Begin to point your toes back and forth and rock the body. You're back with your showman's steam engine. Now slide the hands up and see if you can slide them all the way up and have them on the floor above you, parallel. And carry on rocking with the pointing the toes, and you could feel that the hands are now sliding back and forth on the floor. Okay, now just rest at that, and hopefully your arms will be comfortable above your head. If not, you need a pillow or something, or do it without the arms. If they are comfy, leave them where they are. Now point your right toes away from you and your left towards you. And then your left away and your right towards you. So you're basically doing the rocking motion, but one side's going forward and one side's coming back. You feel that come into your body. Feel how it moves the pelvis. And see if the arms want to join in too, either naturally or let the arms just follow your own feeling and move your arms to join in with the movement of the feet. Feel how that gets the body to move, how the buttocks and the shoulders move, what happens into your ribs. Relax your facial muscles. Make the movement very gently. Many times. Let that be then. Slide your arms down. Rest a moment. See how the body's resting on the floor now. And then bend your knees again. And drop your right foot knee out to the side and back to stand. And the right knee out to the side and back to stand. See how the weight changes between your body and the floor for that to happen. All being well, the knee goes out comfortably and easily. Feel how the left buttock lifts, does it in your body? What happens in the right buttock? Okay, and then do the same with the left knee. Drop it out to the side and back to stand. And does the left knee drop out to the left as easy as the right one dropped out to the right? Again, see what you're doing in the buttocks. Okay, and now drop both the knees out to the side and bring the soles of your feet together. In this position, begin to slide the feet a little away and back towards you. Very simple motion. Now leave the feet there and the knees dropped out. Slide your hands up and bring your palms together. Bring the palms close in toward the top of the head. And you're sliding on the thumb border of the palms, of the hands with the palms together. So you made a circle above you, above your torso, and there's a circle below made with the legs. Now at the same time as you slide your hands away, slide your feet away. And then slide them back together. Slide them away and back together. And how does that feel? What sort of feeling does it conjure? Maybe I get sort of a genie image. Lord alone knows why. Okay, very gently moving. Feel how the abdomen works a little. And then bring them in and rest there a moment. And now in this position, see if you can get your right thigh to rest onto the floor. So you're keeping the feet together and you're just easing over with the right thigh. And you feel a terrific change has to come into the system to be able to get that right knee and right thigh down toward the floor. Don't force it, just do what's comfy. And then leave that and go to the left side and see if you can get the left thigh toward the floor. The palms are still together. And see what happens in the shoulders and the arms. Remember, there should never be pain when you're doing it. If it wasn't comfortable with the arms above, to have artistic license, bring them down. A nice, simple motion to do this. Letting the body change its shape. Okay. And then from here, with your palms together, bring your elbows up, leave your knees apart, soles of your feet together, and lift the elbows up from the floor, bring them toward each other, and then back down toward the floor. Leave the palms pretty much together. And have to admit, my palms are just parting a little bit to bring the elbows almost to touch the floor. For some people, the elbows will be resting on the floor, just a gentle motion. And then bring the elbows apart and the palms of the hands together, and see if you can get the right elbow to rest onto the floor. The right upper arm, humorous. Just never force it. And see if that's comfy to do. For some people, it'll already be resting, so just push it a little bit more onto the floor and then relax it. And then try the left side. Get the left elbow down and back up. And then pushing both down. So some of you are already on the floor, as we just previously discussed, keeping your palms together. Just put an additional, just a little bit of pressure. See what happens into the chest and the shoulder blades. Just make sure I'm not apart in the middle. Okay. And then carefully slide your hands back down over your face, over your chest. Bring the knees up to stand. And put your hands on your hips. And just pressing on your feet. You'll feel the pelvis roll. It rolls to close the gap between the lumbar and the floor. So you press evenly on both feet. Put your hands on your lower section, your pelvic rim, and you feel the pelvis rolling back and forth. Roll it back and forth. That's all done by pressing on the feet. And if you do it that way, using the force of the feet, it'll leave the powerful abdominal muscles relaxed for a flow of motion to go through them. Now, when you press on your feet, if you notice, your knees go a little bit further away from you. So it's almost so you're pushing your knees away from you, and the byproduct is the pelvis rolls on the floor. Get that feeling. Now, once you've got that feeling, just push your right knee away from you and leave the left side passive. And you'll find then what happens is it tilts the pelvis toward the left. And it wants to be a dead simple movement. You're just pushing a little bit on the right foot and pushing the right knee away from you. Simple motion. And then leave the right knee passive and push the left knee away from you. You're pushing on the left foot, push the knee away, dead easy motion, rocking the pelvis over to the left. Okay, and then do right and do left. A quite sassy movement now, side to side. And feel how that changes the body right up into the shoulder blades, stepping the pelvis forward, left, and then right. And then let's see if we can walk. So what we want to do is you push your right knee forward, and then it lifts your right buttock. You step the right buttock nearer to the heel, and you put it down. You lift the left buttock, you step that more toward the left heel, you put it down. You lift the right buttock, you step it more toward the right heel, left buttock. So you're walking the pelvis away. And then, of course, you'll run out of space a bit stretching into your shoulders. So then step your right buttock back, and then your left buttock back up toward your head. And then this will arch the body a little, won't it? Okay. And then step it back down toward your heels. So you're walking up and down in your own timing, just changing the position of the pelvis on the floor. Early locomotion. Now then, from there then, bring your arms and stretch them up toward the ceiling. Stretch one arm up and then put it down, and the other arm up and put it down. So you're stretching an arm, and as you stretch the arm up nice and straight toward the ceiling, it's lifting the shoulder on that side. Now try, as you lift the shoulder, so I'm lifting my right shoulder, when I put it down up toward the head. And then I lift the left shoulder, and when I put it down up toward the head. So I'm actually walking my upper body away from my lower body. And at the same time then, you can do what we were doing with the pelvis. So you lift the pelvis and you step. So I'm lifting my left buttock and my left shoulder. When I put them down, I'm going back toward my heels now. So I'm walking each side down towards my heels. So you lift the left shoulder and the left buttock, and you replace them, you put them down closer toward the heels. And you do that with the right side, and then the left side. You're walking downward. And when you've gone far enough downward, walk back upwards. So you lift left shoulder, left buttock. When you put them down, you're walking up toward the head. And of course, the head is like the end of the rainbow for them. And I guess when I analyze what I'm doing, my head gets lifted a little bit to help it along the way going upward. And going back down toward the heels, it kind of gets dragged a bit more. I hope you're finding this easy to do when you're going up and down. And in a moment, in about 20 seconds, we're going to be back toward a central position. So once you get to a central position where you're comfy, let's leave that alone. Let's lengthen the legs and rest a moment. See how the body feels at that. And then slide your arms up above your head. And slide your right, here we go. Let's roll the right foot left and right on the floor. Okay, and then roll the right foot out onto its little toe border, so laterally, and then slide it back towards us. Bring the knee over the chest, and at the same time, bring the right elbow up, and have the palm facing the lips. Okay, and then you lengthen the right leg and turn the right arm, and the arm goes back, it's resting on the floor, arm uppermost. Let's break that down a little bit more. So slide your right arm down on the floor, and as it's sliding down towards you, you lift it to come in front of your face, the palms facing your face, like we did earlier. And then you lengthen the arm through the air to rest on the floor above you, palm uppermost. So you're just picking apples like we did right at the beginning of this session, sliding one arm up and down. Then do the same with the left hand. Slide the left hand down on the floor and come so the hand faces the face, and then stretch it back up. Okay, now join the leg in. So roll the right foot out to the side, slide it back, the right hand sliding down, and then the knee and the elbow come toward each other, and then you lengthen the right foot and lengthen the right arm away. So try that a few times. Just see if you can get the choreography of the motion, twisting the two limbs. And you'll find a natural circular motion will come. If it's a strain or you don't enjoy it, don't do it. And get the sensation of one side working completely, the right side, leg and arms working. And always the palm faces the face, and then it turns as it goes back, and the knees rolling out to the side, getting this rolling motion. If you've done my lessons before, we've got Ruthie Lon's little amphibic lesson with rolling the foot out. Similar method to this, okay. And then rest a moment. Begin to roll your left foot out to the side and back to the middle. So just rolling the foot, the whole length of your limb. And then roll it out and slide it back. At the same time, bring the hand down. And rolling the foot out, sliding the arm down, and then stretching away. See what sort of pattern you get there. Okay, rolling gently around we go. And lengthening, rolling. And always the hand comes to the face, palm facing the face. And you might find the coordination on one side of your body's not quite as good as the other, or better than, depending from which angle you're looking at. Okay, and then rest a moment. Let your arms slide down just for a second. Give them a little rest and see how that feels. Turn your head side to side a touch. And then let's slide both the arms back up. And turn your right foot out and slide your right hand down. And then as they're lengthening, you're shortening the other two. Take a fair bit of coordination, just for a bit of fun. And see, you can let the arms and hands and the arms start to go in all sorts of directions. See if you can get that rolling out of the foot. Okay, so it can be quite strenuous really. And let's leave it alone. Bring the knees and the elbows towards each other up over the center of your body. And then kick your own buttocks. And then we'll roll over onto your side and onto the front of your body. And lying down on the front, begin to just lift up your left arm and put it down over a touch. Lift the left arm, and this left side of my chest lifting a little bit, coming up very gently, and lifting my head too. Very gentle movement. Okay. Very gentle. And from there, then let's come to the other side. Lifting up the other side, gentle movement, raising, lowering, nice and easy. Okay. Okay, and then raising up the right leg and lowering it. Easy motion coming up and down. Easy, easy. And feel how the body adapts to lift that right limb up, lower limb. And then go to the left lower limb. So I'm tending not to lift my head so much now, although the head does want to lift a little bit. So nice motion to the shoulders. And then let's go to the left upper limb and the right lower. So diagonals, just lifting and lowering. Easy does it. And then the other side, the right and the left. The right arm, the left leg. And the head's lifting too. A simple motion. Okay, and then slide your hands down, bring them level with your breast, and just lift the front of the body and let it come down. So the feet are wide apart, and just lifting up and coming down. And you lift up, and then as you come down, stretch away your right arm. And then slide your right arm back as you come up, and come down, stretching away your left arm. And slide the left arm back towards you, and come up in the front of the body, and stretch away your right arm. So you're doing one side, and then the other. And then swap it over, so your body lifts as the limb slides away, and it lowers as it slides back. So you're going up and down, down in the middle, and up as the limb's fully extended, coming down as the limbs swap over, and up as the other limb extends, the arms. Just swapping side to side, and then come to have your hands standing and your shoulder, elbows pointing toward the ceiling. Now just move your face and head side to side between the two hands. Looks real gentle, and your nose remains pointing to the floor throughout. Softening the shoulders, nice easy motion. And then start to move side to side, but a little bit higher up with the front of your torso and your head, if whatever's comfortable for you. Okay. And then from here, bring your hands in and put one hand on top of the other, and rest your forehead on top of those hands. And then roll your heels side to side. So just comfortably rolling the heels left and right. And as your heels roll left and right, maybe you'll feel your shoulder blades turning. Maybe you feel movement up into the shoulders and the arms. And let the head turn if you like. Make the whole systemic movement. And feel the freedom of motion in the shoulders. For some people, it might take a little bit of getting hold of to get the freedom in the shoulders, but turning the head will help. All wants to be very comfortable. Okay, so from there then, bring the hands level with the breast, the feet are wide apart, come up onto your knees. We're on all fours now, so just stretch out your right leg and bring it back in, and just swing the right leg back and forth comfortably. See how that is to do. And as you swing the leg away, you can look up toward the ceiling. Okay, and then bring that leg down and swing the other leg away. As you swing it away, look up toward the ceiling. As it swings towards you, look towards it. Okay. From here then, roll over onto your toes and let's come to standing. So standing then, we'll just work with the twisted arms a moment. So as you reach forward, the palm turns down. And as the arm comes back, the palm turns up. So I picked this up in Movement Intelligence, another of Ruth Ilan's. Really nice motion. Feel how the shoulders move. You can see how the chest twisting, and feel then your weight changing on your feet. So As your right hand goes forward, put your weight in your right foot and lift your left heel. See how that feels. Okay, and then let the arms swing. And now let's extend out toward the left side. Okay, it's actually the foundation for some of the best bounce moves going, the twisted arms. Okay, so you can have a little twisted arm. Okay, you can have a big twisted arm. And then we can progress to the other side with twisted arms. Okay, so you're reaching up, and now we come, it's just the same picking apples look. So reaching up, picking apples. There's a beautiful movement into your body, into your system. Reminds me of 70s disco. Okay, not I was particularly around for 70s disco, I hasten to add. Okay, and we'll carry on coming round to the left, to the right side now, and feel that motion going to the right side, and you're at an artistic license to make a little movement, a large movement, and then let's not forget toward the floor, so coming down to the floor, soften your knees, okay, and then from there, got to stretch up, stretch your arms up, bring your feet wide, and we're just going to bend and curl into a ball, and stretching up, and bending into a ball, and stretching up, and bending, and stretching. Standing on the right leg, let the left leg be free. Describe a circle in front with that leg. And in the other direction, a nice circle. If you like, you can bring your hands, palms together over your head for fun. Okay, and then swap your legs. Describe a circle. And in the other direction. Okay, let that go. Now, a little jumping, so jump and land quietly. Jump and land quietly. Jump off one foot and land quietly. Other foot and land quietly. We jump to one side. Okay, and the other. Okay, now we're going to jump and turn to that side. Okay, and then we're going to jump and turn to behind us. Land quietly and back. Make sure you can turn in both directions. And back. That's good. The landing quietly is very important. Okay. So bring the feet wide, wide apart. And draw a circle with the pelvis. Okay. And get lower. Not too low, be careful of your knees. And in the other direction. Okay. And bring an arm up and over. Holding on to the elbow, draw a circle with the elbow. And in the other direction. Okay, and then release. And let's do the other side. So bring the right arm up, press that elbow, draw a circle with the elbow. Breathing through the nostrils. And in the other direction. Okay, let that go, release the arms, we're going to jump, bring the feet in. So I'm going to come down and onto the knees. So in this position, round the back, and then look forward. Round the back and look forward. And then we're going to roll your toes and push up, and just push pedal into the heels gently. One side, other side. Pedaling along. Okay, and feel the weight moving. Soften, move the weight side to side a little. And then we'll come back and step your right hand and your left foot forward. And then look down the left side, which is the shorter side. Okay, and then move the body weight back and forth in that position. Okay, and then we're going to step the right hand and the left foot backwards. And now you've got shorter on the right side, look down the right side. Move the body back and forth in that position. And then let's step the right hand and the left foot forward again. Move the body in that position. Look down the left side, the short side. And then to step back, look back toward your knees and lift the two. And as you place the right hand and the left foot, look forward. And then round your back out, look toward your knees, step the right hand and the left foot forward, and then look forward as you place them. So get into this motion where you round the back to left, and as you place, the back goes concave and you look forward. Just the same two limbs. And then let's swap the limbs. Okay. So I've just reorganised myself slightly. Okay, so you round the back out, and you step the left hand and the right foot back, and then look down the left side. You always look down the short side. And then look two, step forward, and look forward. Look two, step back, look forward. Look two, step forward, look forward. Look down the short side if you like. And then we'll come back, stepping back. And there we go. Okay, now if you've got room, put it all together. So you look toward the knees, you step, you look forward. You look toward the knees, you step, the other side, look forward. Toward the knees, step, and look forward. If you want to go backwards, depends on your room. Okay, never see a cat going backwards, do you? Well, I haven't. Please write in, let me know if you have. Okay, so from there then, let's come to lying on the back. Just to finish our little session, let your body settle on the floor, see how that feels. And then bend your knees, stretch your arms out to the side, and slide your pelvis left and right. So you're just sliding it on the mat, side to side, like a pendulum. Try to leave the knees pointing straight up toward the ceiling. Easy motion. And feel how it changes the shape of the ribs and the pressure up into the shoulders. And then come back into the middle. Cross your right leg over your left and let the knees drop over to the right and back to stand. To the right and back to stand. Many times. So right over left and just drop the knees to the right. And each time the knees go over, exhale. And each time they come back up, inhale. Relax in the shoulders, let it be a gentle, progressive motion. And then swap your legs over, so now left over right. So left over right and dropping the knees to the left. Exhaling as they go over, inhaling as they come up. Breathing as we go. And really, breathing wants to be through the nose, unless you're gasping, perfect, develop nasal breathing. Unfold your legs
Bring the knees over the chest, put your right hand on your right knee and your left on your left. Bring the knees together, toward you, apart and away. Together, towards, apart, away. So you're circling the knees, and as they come together and toward you, exhale. As they come apart and away, inhale. Together toward, exhale, apart and away, inhale. Let the whole body join in this simple motion. Okay, so from there then, roll over onto your side, come up to sitting. And on that note, for this session, that will do. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.